welcome back to another episode of Talkin Two.
And today what we're talking about is gifts versus effort.
Gift versus effort. So, what we mean by that is?
What I mean by that is that a gift is something that you're born with, right? Mm-hmm. Like a talent, a skill that you're born with. And effort is something that you have to do to actually gain that skill or that skill set.
Okay, so like somebody that is a natural born singer.
Yes.
Versus somebody who is taking singing classes and singing lessons to sing.
That's right.
Okay. So
who is better?
Well, I think for me, in my opinion, I think that someone who is naturally born with it, they have a certain, tone, and I don't know. That's kind of hard because people who take classes and stuff can come out and be a very great singer, with good instruction and good breathing and techniques and things like that. They can actually bring out something in their own vocal cords. I mean, some people just don't got it, but yeah, that's kind of difficult.
Yeah, like let's say that somebody is born with a good voice. Like some people might not like my voice. They might think my voice is horrible and ugly and screechy. Who knows, right? But okay. and then somebody else can be born with Barry White voice. And then everybody loves it. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like you're born with that voice versus having some type of skill set. Yeah, whatever.
Puberty didn't hit you, and now you're like, oh.
So if I try to train my voice to sound a little better, even though my tone sounds like how it sounds, like who's better? Like what is better?
Yeah, that's a little complicated.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I gotta kind of throw it in the air.
Throw it in the air?
Yeah, I don't really know. I can't really gauge it.
Well, I want to be like brutally honest with people. Like I think that most of the time, like even though you trained yourself, and then a lot of the people I heard or whatever, and not just in voices, this is even like the build. Like let's say you're an athlete and you just got great genes. You know what I mean? And you're just built for this. You know what I mean? Like it outdoes somebody that isn't born with them genes or that skill set. You know what I mean? And then you can train yourself, and I'm not saying that it's impossible. Like you can't, if you're not born with this being this, you're not tall enough to play basketball or something like that. You just can't be good at basketball. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is that they do have an advantage, right?
I think they do have an advantage, but I think that's not just changing courses. I think that's not the ultimate, dynamics of a person when it comes to their talent. Like, because somebody could be a natural born singer, right? And go into an audition and totally kind of like mess up the whole audition for themselves. But versus somebody can come in who's been training and put it in the efforts in preparing for this, and they're probably nervous because they not natural born singers. So they put in a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of classes and stuff like that. And they can go inside somewhere and audition and just kill the whole game. Because obviously, there's something between somebody who has something naturally versus someone who has to learn or do something. People who have stuff naturally, they kind of feel like they got it in the bag. Versus somebody who's already nervous because they're like, I don't know what people going to think, and it didn't come natural, but they learned, they trained. So they have this different, what's the word?
I don't know.
Like, they're just more nervous. I think people are all nervous, but I think they have this different thing because they're trying to also prove that they could do this thing.
Yeah, but that still doesn't, some things you trained for or whatever, you can still be not the best at it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you definitely. But natural born people too, I wouldn't say that they just come out best neither.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. Like, this is not against people that is trying their best to do something that they're not just naturally good at. This is not that type of conversation. This is more of a conversation about how desirable or how appealing is this naturally to somebody that, even if they didn't know, like, like if I trained my whole life to be a singer, right? And then, versus somebody that just have a naturally good sounding voice and vocal control, you know what I mean? Like, this is more of trying to understand the appeal of it all and which is actually better. I know there's no absolute answer to that, but opinionated wise, what is your answer?
I don't have a which one is better, but what I do have is which one gets more noticed in certain aspects. Like when you're auditioning or you're looking for a certain thing, sometimes being a natural born in it, you're not the first pick. What? Like,
bro, let's be honest. Like, bro, when we watch all these shows, right? American Got Talent or something like
and there's people American with Idol. Great talent.
And then everybody goes for the singers and stuff like that. People don't sympathize with people that is trying to be a singer. Like, they don't sympathize. They boo the hell out of them. Like, they off the stage. It's over. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I tried my whole life to learn how to sing this song, right? And then regardless, I'm just sucky at it. I'm not good. You know what I mean? Versus somebody that just literally goes and then just say, yeah, I just have good vocal control and then I have a nice voice, and they start singing and it's appealing. That's what I'm saying. It is. It just is. And I'm not trying to sugarcoat that. I'm not saying that the person that is training his butt off can't really go and learn it and try to get better at what he's not good at naturally. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that appealing wise, like, the person has the advantage that wasn't actually that was born with. That was actually born with it. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not gonna sugarcoat that because it's things that people have that they're born with, that they're good with. Like, like if I try, well, I'm not good at basketball, even though I'm tall. But let's just say I was. I'm tall though. I'm tall. So let's say that if I try to slam dunk a ball inside of a basket, and then versus somebody that is naturally short that tries to do the same thing, but that has to practice and learn how to jump a little higher, right? Right. Exactly. Like, I'm naturally born tall. Like, you know what I mean? I was naturally born tall.
But you don't have all the skills.
Nope. You
didn't put the effort in.
He was taking me out personally, for sure. Yeah. I'm trash at basketball.
Yeah. So I think gifts have something to do with certain things. Natural born gifts do have play a high role in it, but people who don't have it naturally but put the effort in can definitely outdo
somebody. Yeah. So like imagine me
in anything.
Yeah. Imagine I do try to play basketball or whatever like that and really try to get good at it. And let's say I was naturally good at it, because I never even tried really. But let's say I naturally try, and then and I'm just good because I have all the skill set, all the attributes to be good at basketball, right?
Right.
Yeah. Like it's just to me, like, being naturally born with something it's a gift. Like I said in the beginning, it's a gift. It is a gift. Like, you're born with this. You're born with this gene. You're born with this attribute or this feature that made you naturally good at this thing that you're doing. Versus somebody that wasn't born, the odds was against them, but that person wants to do this thing. You know what I mean? And they got to put in all this extra effort and time and evaluate themselves and how to do this thing that they're trying to do that they're not naturally good at.
So, question: who's more appreciative? Like, who do you appreciate the most? See, the person who was just naturally born with this talent,
you wouldn't even know,
or this gift.
If you're talking about somebody that oh yeah, I seen him put in all this work for this. I seen her put in all this work for this, and then pretty much they got way better. Of course they're appreciated, but I'm talking about you literally don't know this person, you don't know that person, and then this person starts doing something, and this person starts doing something, and then who stands out?
I think that depends on the gift. Because two singers can come in the same room, and one who was born, with the voice, and one who learned, and the one that learned can possibly
Oh, for sure. It's not an absolute. This question is not even. It's subjective, 100%.
Sure.
Like so there's no way to say that every single time a natural born singer comes with a taught singer, the natural born is going to win. I'm not saying that. Like
I think what makes it. I think the advantage comes with the shoot, I just lost the word.
Well, try to bring it back.
I forgot it.
All right,
I had it.
Reevaluate your answer. You still got how you wanted to say it. You forgot everything, the whole thing.
I did.
Oh my god.
I definitely lost the whole concept of what I was about to say.
Okay, well, hopefully you bring it back. But it's just really hard to understand. Like like that. To me, it's hard to fathom. I can't say the word. Phantom. Yeah, it's hard to understand or comprehend the fact of like I watched a couple of seasons of America Idol or America Got Talent, and people always went for the singers. They always went for the singers, but then again, we don't know which ones was taught and which ones was natural born. So, but regardless of the fact, like that skill, that talent, whatever, like that was more appealing than all these other things that other people was doing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We don't know if it was natural born though, so that's the only thing, because we don't know if this person just really worked his butt off and then he became good at it. We don't know that, but I just know that skill set and that talent was something that gravitated towards the audience. You know what I mean? And then if somebody went there and then they couldn't sing, but they still felt I sung at church every Sunday. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I'm in the choir and they say all these things, but they're not good. You know what I mean? They're not good to the mass of people that's watching them and judging them, right? And then they still get sitting home. Effort is not good enough.
So that's what you're trying to say.
Effort is not good enough. That's what I'm saying.
But being a natural born is.
I think that it has more of an advantage. They have more of the advantage. It's not enough either. Like they can I don't really agree with that. They can what's the word I'm trying to think of? Refine. They can refine their talent or whatever like that. They can make it a little bit more refined. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. And then but regardless of the fact, like it's noticeable. It's noticeable if you just hear some 3-year-old start yelling and it sounds like pleasant sounds to your ears versus a 3-year-old yelling and it sounds horrible. And be quiet. You're loud. Stop yelling. Stop throwing tantrums. Right? Like, if you hear some 3-year-old start screaming and it sounds like, Whitney Houston or something like that, and then you're like, wow, keep screaming. You know what I mean? Like, she wasn't trained, like, from what I know of, you know what I mean? But it sounds pleasant. Right? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about.
I see.
Yep.
I don't agree with you saying. I just don't agree with the part where they have an advantage. Because I don't believe that people that's naturally born with a talent actually have a advantage over somebody that's put in the time and effort to, if they're good. Like if you're good, you're good. If you're whack, you're whack.
If somebody was natural born and they that 3-year-old that was singing or whatever like that, and they continue to refine their talent, they're going to be great. And then somebody that is 3-year-old that can't sing at all and try to learn how to sing, I think that the 3-year-old that was naturally born is going to win the one that wasn't. More likely than not. I say about 75% of the time.
I think that if they put the effort in, it kind of remind me of the tortoise in the that book.
The tortoise and the hare?
Yeah, and the hare.
That was all circumstance. A lot of circumstance.
I'm just saying though. Like it kind of reminds me of that. I don't believe that people that's born with a gift or a talent, I don't think they have an advantage over someone who puts in puts in numerous of time and effort to learn this same skill,
I give you a different case scenario. I give you a case scenario of somebody that actually tries to learn. They try to learn how to do something, right? They want to do something. They want to do something really, really badly, right? Mm-hmm. And then they continue to do it and they just trash at it. They're horrible, garbage, trash, right? Mm-hmm. And then while doing that, they learn that they're good at something else. Like, let's say that I tried my best to become a rapper, right? I tried my best to become a rapper, and I learned all these things about rapping, and out of nowhere, while I was learning all these things about rapping, and I made my own music videos and stuff like that, and I learned like, hey, wait, hold up. My music videos is better than my music that I'm making, and then now I become I transitioned from being a artist to becoming a video creator, and then you know what I mean, like those things, those attributes outline themselves. Like, but somebody that was already good at being a rapper, what? Somebody that was already good at being a rapper, are they just really refined at that already? Or they was born just being able to gravitate towards that type of skill set easier, knowing how to do metaphors and similes and all that, knowing how to have wordplay, whatever, is going to outdo the person that was trying. That's what I think.
There's a difference though between trying and actually like advancing yourself. Like just like there's a difference. Like the effort. There's a difference between effort. Like if you just tried it once, that's not enough effort to think that you're about to go in and just win this person that was born with. Like it's so many different variables to that. I'm
talking about the people that's literally trying their best and continuously refining their craft, whatever it might be. And I'm telling you about the person that was like born and they just continuously growing.
I don't think so. I don't think that it's an advantage.
You don't think it's an advantage? I most definitely think it's an advantage.
I don't think it's an advantage because I think that you have to have some type of uniqueness that makes you stand out. Because I think that 100 people can know how to sing. There's many people in the world that knows how to sing and rap, but that doesn't mean that their talent actually gets noticed.
No, see, let's talk about. I'm gonna get personal.
No, because there's people who literally probably can say 5 words and then they can get noticed over this person that was born with it, you know, like
you used to have a boyfriend that way back when you was a teenager that could sing, and then even though he probably wasn't your type, you gave him a chance. You gave him a chance because he had a great voice.
Yeah, but that doesn't have nothing to do with anything.
Yes, it does. He had the advantage and stuff like that. But what if
that wasn't just that advantage?
That's advantage. You gave him.
That's not an advantage.
It's advantage.
I don't think his talent.
He wasn't your type.
Advantage.
But and then that gravitate that I'm not saying that's the only reason why you dated him, but I'm just saying that played a role. I remember that you told me that was something that appealed to you.
Yeah, I like male singers.
Exactly.
Like I like males who have a nice
and then somebody
voice.
that if he had a twin brother that couldn't sing, I think that you would have picked the person that was a sing versus the person that couldn't.
Okay.
I do.
No.
I do.
No.
Yes.
That is not a key factor.
Oh, yes.
All.
Oh, yeah.
That is not a key factor.
It's not a key factor?
No.
Are you not that shallow?
No, that's just dumb.
You know, no.
That's just retarded.
No, people get together for stupider reasons than that.
I'm going to tell you that.
What are you talking about?
That's for sure a whole other
Nope. Okay, I think that appealed to you.
Okay. I like male singers. Like most of the time when I'm listening to music, it's male singers. Okay. I have a few female singers that I will, that artists that I like to listen to, but I like male vocals.
Certain attributes is more appealing than others, and a lot of the times they're like naturally born with that.
Okay, well, I don't know if they're naturally born with it, but I just know that.
Yeah, I don't know everybody.
And male singers appeal to me for totally different reasons.
Regardless of the fact, I'm just saying that somebody, it's like this. If you had longer legs,
I think you're losing at this argument.
No, sir. I mean, I'm not. You're not coming with no factors. I'm coming with all the examples.
Yeah, but I'm coming up with definitely things that don't work. Like, bro, just because you're born with something doesn't mean.
If I was born with long legs and I was raised to somebody with short legs, even though if we take the same amount of steps, I'm gonna eventually get further than that person. My legs are longer. I'm making way more distance. This is mathematically correct. I'm making way more distance, are traveling way more distance, with the same amount of effort.
Let's race right now.
Bro, I will win.
My leg is like not even half yours.
I will win you.
Like, I'm just saying.
Even though you was the fastest person playing basketball as a kid or whatever. Like, bro, my legs are longer than yours. I will win.
Bro, how could you say that? That is not true.
Well, see, you're making me sound dumb.
That is not
You're making me sound
true.
dumb. I just said a mathematical problem. That part what we're talking about right now, I just think I'm faster than you in general. So that's that. Disregard that part. But the part I'm talking about is if you had short legs, right, and I had long legs, and we make the same amount of steps, right? We make the same amount of steps. Since my legs is longer than yours, I'm going to actually travel a little further than you. That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't mean that you're.
I'm naturally born with long legs. You're naturally born with short legs. Not really, but I'm just saying I'm gonna win. But I'm not saying that short person can't train his butt off and actually learn how to move his legs a little faster than the person with the long legs to win.
Okay. We about to race after this podcast.
Girl, I'm just saying, like, you're not understanding.
We gonna have to race. I get it.
Mathematically speaking, I that, like, you can't dispute that.
Okay.
Tell me.
It still doesn't give you a full. It still doesn't really give you advantage though. Like, I don't know
if I was born with all the perfect jawline, the perfect. I mean, not perfect. No such thing as perfect, but great jawline, nice colored eyes or something like that.
You would appeal to the whoever likes that. Like, you wouldn't appeal to everybody. That's not a full advantage.
We're speaking about the majority. We're speaking about what the majority actually like. It always is going to be somebody that has their own specific preference that might think that jawline is ugly, that colored eye is not their preference. Yes.
And I think that for the majority, the world is biased, first of all.
Yeah.
So if you have a great singing voice, whether you was born with it or you learned how to do it, any type of talent, I think that whatever the people would see on headlines, that would be the person to actually get the spot. Like, I don't think that whether it goes off of your natural or not, if you make the cut, you look the part, sound the part, and you be the part, you become the part, that's the person who gets it.
I agree.
In anything.
I agree with that.
I think
agree.
In any
you can
aspect.
I'm not saying effort is useless. I'm not saying that you can put in as much effort as you want, you're going to still be tried. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that the person that was born with it has the advantage because they have a head start. They have a head start, bro. Like, what the heck? If
they don't continue to train that advantage that they already was born with, then they can go right under, though.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I'm saying. Like, somebody who doesn't have it but still put in just as much effort, like, this natural born person has to continue to train this too. You know?
Yeah.
So they don't have that advantage.
I'm not saying that they can just oh yeah, I'm a good singer, and then don't try to freaking refine their voice.
They still have to do the work though. They still have to put in the effort. You know?
Yeah, I agree, but
so they don't have
it's significantly less than the person that never had the talent in the beginning.
I don't agree.
I think if we was let's say that it was a cup, right? It was a cup, right? And then whoever drinks the whole cup wins, right? I think that your cup would have been already halfway empty. So I mean, when you start drinking at the same time as me, you're gonna be able to drink that half amount of that cup faster than I would because my cup is full.
Question. So let's get off of the gift. So you're telling me that I speak English, right?
Yeah.
And you're telling me I was born speaking English. If someone else learned how to speak English,
you're not born speaking any language besides baby language.
Okay, well, I learned English. That's my first language.
I was born saying, "Hey, yo, what's up? Let me get some milk."
My
mama.
first word was English. Okay.
Okay.
So you're telling me that if someone's first word wasn't English, but they learned and trained how to speak English, that I still have an advantage over that person? Because I've heard some people speak English very well. So you're telling me because they wasn't born or taught, like, you know, it wasn't something that they were taught their first language.
You're going to go to a language as a talent or a skill?
Because it's a gift. Like,
it's a gift to speak?
To learn a language, yes.
That's culture. That's environment. That's environment.
Learning how to speak a language is very hard.
Yes, it is. But I'm just saying, you're that's not something that you're born with. You're raised in a culture or an environment that trains you on that language to communicate. That's not a skill. Learning multiple things is a skill. Learning multiple languages could be a skill.
I think learning a language that you're not.
But then again,
is a skill.
I think that the person that is actually, you could be born with the capabilities to understand and communicate a little better than other people. So therefore, when you try to learn these other languages, you could have the advantage. You could have the advantage because you're a quicker learner, or it's easier for you to dissect another language to understand this. Your comprehension skills is just off the chart. Like, that's the advantage that you're born with.
Well, I think I disagree with your reasoning.
I think that, like, I'm bringing factual things, or I'm bringing at least evidence. You're not bringing nothing but your opinion.
Yeah, it is my opinion. Like, I just
so
don't
you
agree
disagree.
I definitely disagree with you.
Okay, so
I don't think natural born gifts get you no further than somebody.
I think that a person with a natural born gift, if they continue to go at the same pace as somebody that is training themselves, like, so if I was a natural born singer and I went to a singing class with somebody that was training, and we was like really par on par with each other, we did every single thing, put in the same amount of effort, I think the natural born will win. I'm talking about equals. I'm not talking about, you're saying, oh, if I was a natural born singer and I did nothing, I just was lazy, and then this person right here kept working and kept striving and kept training and getting better, you're saying that I'm saying that the natural born is going to win them still. I'm not saying that. Yeah, drink your tea. Because of what I am saying is that if somebody was working the same amount of effort in the same amount of time, and somebody that started with something is going to always have more. I can even give it to you what
we're not talking about math here.
People that is born with wealth and so on. Like, this is just examples to prove my point. People that is born with wealth, and then, you know, versus somebody that was born poor. They're gonna have, if both of these people was grinding up at the same amount of time or whatever like that, this person is gonna have significantly more to actually grow faster, the richer person, than the person that started off with nothing. And I'm not saying that the broke person can't never overcome the rich person. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that if these people was equals, if these people, well, they're not equals because he's already natural born, but if they was working at the same pace, this person is always going to be a little bit in front of this person. Okay. There you go. Yeah, they was working at the same pace.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so because he's already got an advantage.
He's already exactly. He already has an advantage.
I get that.
That's the part I'm saying. He has an advantage. What are you talking about? Yeah. He does.
But you didn't start with if they're climbing at the same pace.
Yeah, you're making it sound like you're making it sound more like that don't make no sense.
I still don't believe that though. I mean, I get what you're saying, but I still don't agree with the gift part, the natural part.
Why not? Wait, what part of it?
Like the gifts.
What about it?
Either a singer, becoming a sport, learning how to play a instrument, like the gifts aspect. Natural born people, that's gifts. Like, he was inherited into that. Like, you can't use that example.
What?
You can't use that.
Yeah, well, I guess like, that's not. You just use a language.
Yeah, because that's something that you can start from a child. Like, that's,
you can start with a child. Like, bro, no, bro, I'm hearing these celebrities. I'm hearing these celebrities. If you pass
kids down $1 million
already starting companies. These celebrity kids already is starting companies, bro. Already, they have more net worth than I do. Guaranteed.
So what was natural born about that?
No, they was born into it.
Exactly. That's not a natural born gift.
Well, it is kind of a gift.
It's a gift that was given to them from whoever else.
It's not natural born, but it's born in. Yeah, but that's not. That was just an example. My point being is that you can't use that. But you can use language that you're born out talking. Like, hi, mom, nice to meet you.
Yep, I can use language.
You can't use language. You can't use language.
You can't use money.
Okay, that's fine.
Like, that don't work.
Okay.
Fine. Like, you can't use that.
Okay.
Well,
I think that we're stretching this out. All right, so we pretty much disagree, right?
Yeah, we disagree. Definitely.
Okay. So do you have any solutions or suggestions to like how a natural born can continue growing, or how a person that is striving and training can get better?
Yeah, I think that if you have a gift, then you want that gift to succeed and continue to grow and continue to get better, then I think that you should still train and put effort into your gift or your talent that you were born with, And if you have an interest in doing a gift or a sport or singing or something that you find interesting, if you want to continue to strive and get better within your talent, I think that you should practice, and practice makes better. So if anyone who wasn't born with it, if that's something you're interested in, no matter what it be,
that's nice. You're so.
I'm telling you, like,
I don't know how you're so
vocals
nice.
and rapping and all that type of stuff. Now that's to discern. Like, everybody just don't have the voice. But
whoa,
what? Everybody don't.
So okay.
I think whatever you want to do and put your mind to, I think that you should put the time and the effort into it.
Okay, and I'm speaking about all the people that wants to be the best or be better than another. Competitively speaking or whatever, it's always going to be somebody that is the best, and it's always going to be somebody that is the worst.
Okay.
That's what I'm speaking about.
But that has nothing to do with effort or whether you was naturally
Oh, yes,
born.
it does. Oh, yes, it does.
I don't feel that way.
I do. If I was born with some type of deficiency or some type of problem, I have a less competitive edge. Don't mean that I can't become the best. True enough. But the person that was born with the competitive edge have advantage. They do.
Okay.
You're just saying okay.
Because I already don't really agree. I don't agree full on, like, with that.
Okay. Well.
I don't agree.
Don't agree to agree not to agree.
Yeah.
Okay. So your opinions obviously didn't change.
No, they did not.
So like, they're still firm.
Yeah.
Mine is too.
Until somebody proved me different. Like, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, no. I think that if you're born, it's easier to, in my opinion, when you're born with something to refine something. It's like you already started off with half of the job done. This is like that versus somebody that started off from scratch. That's how I feel.
Don't agree.
I mean, if the person is at 50%, right? The natural born is already born with 50%. And then he continues to work at the same pace that the person is at 0%. They're working at the same exact pace. When the person is at 100%, the other person that is only going to be at 50%. That's mathematically correct.
How you don't know that?
I'm saying exactly at the same effort.
Yeah, but at the same exact effort.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it as simple as it could be. Like if I was
so many different variables.
If I was born at 50%, 50% naturally born at 50%. Let's talk numbers. If I was naturally born with 50%, right, and I continuously worked on this, right, and I gained 1% every day, right, and then the person that wanted to build this craft or this skill up was born with 0%, and he got 1% every day. I'm gonna reach 100 first. You're not good at math, huh?
No, I'm just over it because I just don't agree.
Okay, we're done.
Like, I get your math problem.
Yeah, I'm going to reach 100 first.
Yeah, okay. Like, I get your math. We ain't talking about math.
Oh, yes, we are.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. Math is the universal language of the world.
We're not talking about math.
So, therefore, like a lot of things that we're talking about could be broken down to math. Computers talking zeros and ones. In numbers.
We're not talking about math.
All right. Well, if you guys agree or disagree with us, let us know how you feel in the comment box. Like, comment, and subscribe. We're on TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. We're podcasting for all you podcasters out there or people listening.
Stop looking at me. Why do you keep looking at me?
Because I'm thinking about what you're saying.
Like, why do you keep looking at me?
Like, there's so many different
variables to this, but let's just close out this podcast. We'll do another one because I just think that what you're saying, like, I don't know.
She don't know, but
humans are just very unpredictable, so you can't.
Oh yes, they're unpredictable. I'm not saying this is just.
Some people are fast learners than others, faster learners than
others. I agree with all that.
Like, other people pick up certain things quicker, so I just can't really agree with you on that.
Yeah, I'm not saying that 100% of the time the natural born is going to win. The person has trained to become. I'm not saying that. That's how you're taking it, though.
That is how I'm taking it.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that they do have the advantage, and I'm gonna stick with that. They do have the advantage.
Okay, they can have it.
They do. So yeah, but they don't have the absolute guarantee for sure. They do not have the absolute guarantee, but they do have the advantage, in my opinion.
Okay.
All right. So let us know how you feel. But until next time, we are out. Deuces.